For 3 years now, you have been told the same thing. Adopt AI, find the efficiencies, do not fall behind. So you ran the pilots, you bought the licenses, you stood up a function, and somewhere in the middle of it, a quiet question started to form. One that most leaders are too busy to say out loud. Where is the return? Here is what I have come to believe after 25 years building enterprise technology businesses across this region. The bottleneck is no longer the model. The bottleneck is the operating model, and the leader is the architect of that operating model. That single shift is what this program is about, not the tools, the way you lead the organization that uses them. Four things you will take from this module. Why the operating model and not the model is the constraint on your return. How to tell an AI problem from an operating model problem. The two frameworks this whole program is built on, and where you are on the road so you know exactly what the next 26 modules will do for you. This is the Intelligent Leader. It is a program for executives who have built real organizations and who now have to lead them through the most significant shift in how work gets done since the arrival of the internet. It is not a technical course. You will not learn to build a model or write a prompt library. It answers a harder question than how the technology works. It answers how you lead when the technology can now do a share of the thinking. And wherever you are on the road, this is written for that point on it. Perhaps you have not really started. Perhaps you have bought the tools, but not the coordination. Perhaps you are mid-pilot, watching to see what holds. Or perhaps you have committed real budget and the return you were promised has not arrived. Those are four positions on one road, and they all lead to the same question. Let me be precise about the diagnosis because the whole program rests on it. Most enterprise AI effort fails quietly, not with a crash, but with a plateau. The pilots work, the scaling does not, and leaders reach for the usual explanations. The technology is not ready, the data is not clean, the people are resistant. Those are symptoms. The cause sits above all of them. AI connects intelligence across functions. Most organizations are built to keep intelligence apart, one function at a time, each with its own system and its own version of the truth. Install the most capable model in the world on top of that structure, and it stays trapped inside the silos you already had. The constraint is not the intelligence of the machine. It is the architecture of the organization the leader runs. And this is no longer a private theory. In the middle of 2026, the market priced it. Microsoft committed $2.5 billion and 6,000 engineers to a unit built to embed inside enterprise customers and make AI deliver. Amazon committed $1 billion to the same idea days earlier. OpenAI and Anthropic had already launched deployment ventures backed by more than $5.5 billion between them. In roughly 6 weeks, the four largest AI vendors committed close to $9 billion to a single admission. The license buys access to the model, but only the operating model produces the return. Here is the part they cannot sell you. An embedded engineer can wire your workflows. They cannot own your architecture, your governance, or your judgment. That remains your job. That is why this program exists. So here is the argument this program teaches, stated plainly. The intelligent leader does not break silos by reorganizing the org chart. They break silos by building the operating system, the intelligent workplace that gives AI the architecture it needs to connect intelligence across every function simultaneously. Two frameworks carry that work, and they are not rivals for the center. The leadership intelligence stack is the person. The 6 intelligences a leader must hold and orchestrate simultaneously: human intelligence, artificial intelligence, orchestration intelligence, business intelligence, portfolio intelligence, cultural intelligence. The intelligent workplace is the operating model. The architecture, the stack, is built to design and govern. One is who you must become. The other is what you must build. Here is the whole arc so you can see where you are going before you take the first step. 5 blocks, 27 modules. Block 1, Orient, is free and complete in itself. The full diagnosis of what this era is doing to organizations, why this disruption is different, and the leader who will not survive it. Blocks 2 to 5 are the paid program, the stack built layer by layer, orchestration and governance, including who owns the operating system, application seat by seat across the C-suite, and action, the functional intelligences, the operating system itself, and a 90-day architecture to build it. The free block names the problem. The program builds the capability. That boundary is deliberate, and you will feel it. Let me tell you what you should expect to be able to do differently. You will be able to walk into a room where your organization is arguing about AI and reframe the entire conversation from which tool to buy to which operating model to build. You will be able to tell the difference between an AI problem and an operating model problem, which is the single most expensive distinction most leaders currently get wrong. And you will be able to hold the line on human judgment in a way that is principled rather than nostalgic, because you will understand exactly where the machine ends and you begin. I did not build this program from theory. I built the operating system it teaches, the frameworks, the pipelines, the governance for my own company first. How that was done and what it proves is where the program ends. So, to close, the bottleneck is the operating model, not the AI model. The leader is the architect of that operating model. Two frameworks carry the work: the stack, which is who you become, and the intelligent workplace, which is what you build. 5 blocks take you there, and the first one is free. The next module begins the diagnosis. Every major technological transition follows the same arc, and most leaders are on the wrong side of it without knowing. We have been here before. That is where we start. I will see you there.